actually hear what's going on. Raise your hand if you have a question. We're actually going to do questions towards the end, so don't interrupt in the middle, and hold your questions until the end, because you never know when your question actually might get answered in the presentation itself. I think we're waiting on one more class, and then we can get started. Calm down.
Yes, you won't answer this in the presentation. You can ask or questions you can ask. He's a sixth grader too. It's not an educating. It's you trying your eyes. I know I can. Turn away.
It's facing him. It's audio and video.
First and Marshall. Well, I'm number one. Oh, yeah. She's entire crew. They'll like conglomerately students to me, so definitely always part of it. Yeah, y'all are always special.
Yeah.
All right. Kids, if I could get your undivided attention, which means attention up here, not paying attention to more than one thing at a time. Thank you. So today, y'all are going to get to listen to Dr. Ndimande. He is a professor at UTSA, so here in San Antonio, and is going to be talking to you a little bit about growing up in South Africa. Yes?
Yep.
Yes. So since we are studying Africa as a continent right now in social studies, we thought it would be beneficial for you to get to hear a little bit about his experiences growing up there and living there, and be able to ask some questions. And Miss Elam, who those of you that are in my class, you know her, she was a student of Dr. Ndimande. So that's how we made this connection. So next time you see her, make sure to thank her for making this connection. And please give a warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate to be here. It's a great school. I came in here just not knowing how your school buildings looks like, but I was so impressed. Miss Ingram took me part on the hallways there. I saw all the great murals, and you guys are so lucky. You have a wonderful school. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't take it for granted. I didn't go to a school as nice as this, so you are so special, okay? So, I thought about this. I thought I was speaking my language the entire time. But then I realized that probably no one knows how to speak Zulu. Is there anyone who speaks Zulu here? No? Would you be happy if I started speaking in Zulu all the time? But you don't understand what it is. All right. So I want to start with your. I like to question you first. I'm a teacher, just like your teachers, but I'm not as good as your teachers are. I'm just one of the low-end teacher who teaches a little bit. But I'm going to start with questions before I tell you about myself, and that will just come as we go. So I know that you guys had a long week, so you're closing up with some African stuff, right? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and here your teachers will work with you and I'll work with you. So here you raise a hand. I wanted you to tell me what map is this? I'm going to ask you.
Political map.
Right. It is a political map that you are very smart, right? But it is also the map of Ethan.
The world, but it does not include Antarctica.
Oh my God, that is awesome. You guys are very smart, right? So if I were typing this, I'll go in there. This is a map of the world, which doesn't include Antarctica, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
That's the Google query.
I don't even know what the Google query is, but I'll take you with that, okay? All right. So we're moving on. Before I talk about myself, I want to start from here so you know where the world is, and then until you come talk about where I come from. How about this? I'm gonna go back now, all the way right at the back, and you meet the young man. Yes, that's you.
Africa.
The map of, you got it, right? Yeah, good. So I would go in there and say, this is the map of Africa. So, so when each time you hear about people talk about Africa, what are they talking about?
The continent.
They're talking about the continent, right? And then what would be the country in Africa if you're thinking of in here? How many countries might you have? As a young man there who's wearing the TNT shirt.
Can you repeat the question again?
Oh, my question was, so if you think about, or you hear people talk about Africa, they're actually not talking about the country. You just said it, right? Who said that? There was some guy who said that, right? They said we're talking about the continent. That was you, right? What's your name? Huh? Bella? Yeah, you shouldn't forget. You gave an excellent answer and you forgot, right? But now my question is, if you're gonna say, well, this is the map of Africa, and Africa is not a country. If you look at the map, can you name just one or two countries then that you'll find in Africa? Yeah.
Egypt and South Africa.
Oh my God, you got that right. So, and I can show you, this is, I'm trying to find where Egypt is. And this is Egypt here, and the capital of Egypt will be Cairo. And what made you choose this two? This is very interesting. You chose from way up and then way down. What made you choose like that? It just came to your mind. Have you traveled? Have you and your family visited to one of these countries? But you like them? Did your teacher tell you a little bit about these countries? Ah, I see. That's the reason. Okay. Did you have something to say? I saw your hand up. Yeah. Ah, nice. Okay, you guys are so smart. What's your name?
India.
India. Okay, nice. Okay. Is there anyone? Yes, the gentleman there. What other two countries you want to mention?
There's Chad and Uganda. Is it Uganda?
Chad and who?
Chad and Malawi.
Okay, I want to get the second one. Chad and what Chad?
Chad and Malawi. Malawi.
Oh, Mali. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah. Good job. Good job. There's Chad somewhere up here. Chad somewhere up here, and Mali should be right in West Africa. Where's Mali? Should be right here. All right. So that's great. Can you all see well in here, or you want this slide off? first one. This is all good?
Turn off the light.
Not every light, just this part.
Yeah, maybe just like this light.
Okay. All right. We'll see if the teachers can do that. I didn't know if it works well. But if it doesn't work, that's okay. All right. So now we're moving on. I want to find out. I'm not telling you the country. And then go to your phone, cell phones, and look at the Google and Google it. And what's your name? Amran. Oh. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for asking too much. I'm a visitor for the first few minutes, and I'm asking so much. Sorry about that. But are you not feeling like dark? This is okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this is a map of, yes, South. How did you know that answer? You've seen that flag around a lot?
Yes.
Who's carrying it? Here in San Antonio?
No. Some friends carrying it in Mississippi.
Because I like to meet some South Africans who have this flag. I don't even have it at my home. All right. This is the map of, this is the flag of South Africa. Actually, those of you who may know, this is the new flag. We used to have a really old flag. Did they study apartheid, South Africa? A little bit. Oh, okay. So, and I'm not going to talk about it because we're just talking about the general overview. Right? So, okay, thank you. So, at the end of apartheid, so teacher tells me that you studied apartheid a little bit. Who knows what apartheid was in South Africa? Ethan.
I know it had something to do with discrimination, but we haven't gone over it completely.
Right on. You're my go-to guy. Exactly. It had to do with discrimination. What else? Yeah.
Where the minority was.
Oh my God, this is so excellent. And your teacher taught you all this? Nice. Where the minority was in power in South Africa. What else? And if your teacher was grading you, we'll give you an A+ on that. An A+ on that. What else? What else you know about apartheid? Just all the two things that they said were excellent. And what else do you know? Yes, what's your name?
Bella.
Bella, yeah.
I think that the whites were mainly empowered.
Absolutely. So that was also that, you talk about discrimination. So that was, Bella, listen up now. That was a discrimination where Black people in South Africa were discriminated by white people. So you're right. Last thing, then we move on. And this is Jorge. Is your name Jorge? Jose, yeah. Oh my God, segregation. You guys are so smart. Are you ready for UTSA? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see you all coming into my class as freshmen at UTSA. You're so smart. All right. So, what country is this? This should be easy, right? Yeah. All right. Right. Since we already talked about the flag and all this, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, but I want to show you exactly where I was born and raised. I was born in 1862. Many years ago. Right.
You're that old.
I am that old, yeah. 1862, right? Okay. I look young for my age. That's because I always work out to be young for my age. All right, thank you. So I was born in this little state. So if you ever studied South Africa, whereas the U.S. has 50 states, 50 states in the US, right? South Africa, we call states provinces like in Canada. We don't call them states, but we call them provinces in South Africa. Just like people in Canada, they don't call them states, they say provinces. How many provinces do you think South Africa has? And you could actually try to count them and I'll be really excited to see how many people will get it right. I'm gonna go to people who haven't spoken with me before, and then I'm gonna come back to those who did speak with me. Ma'am, what's your name? Elizabeth. And then you're next. What's your name? Elizabeth first, and then Jamie next. How many? 15? I'll give you half a grade. You've tried so well, but I'll give you a little half a grade. Right. Jamie, thank you. You know Jamie? What's your name? Sorry. What's your name? Jaden, right? Jaden, come on. Okay. Don't laugh at me, Jaden. Right. 13. Okay. You are almost good. Also, I'll give you a little quick time and then shake a little bit. Very good. I'm gonna get people here who I haven't spoken with before. And I'll come back and speak with you all. Okay? Go for it. Lower than that. Can you count over there? Do you know how to say count? That's confusing.
Y'all, notice the colors on the map. See the map? Now, that map includes South Africa, but also a few sections of some other countries. What? Y'all, listen. Focus. What color is it on that map that is indicating countries that are not South Africa? Tan. What color? Like tan. The beige. The tannish color, which, if you think about what we know about what South Africa looks like on the Africa map, it's not just Namibia, Botswana, and Mozambique. Where also do you see that beige color? Swaziland. You should know this. There you go.
I'm so honored to get you. You explained it so well. You would have taken me a long time. Thank you so much. Okay, now who says, okay? Ma'am Jensen, right?
Mostly Jensen.
Ma'am Jensen has already explained this so well. Who says that I understand what Ma'am Jensen said and I'm going to get it right? I see there's so many hands, but he really says, I know it.
I know it.
I know it. I want somebody who has spoken. Yes. Yeah. You have your hand up or no? Okay. How many? Yeah, you're very good. Very good. Okay, your neighbor. Oh, hey. All of you had answers. Finally, it's 9. So, this I show you. So this is one. As Ma'am Jensen explained, that don't count. This is a different country. Namibia, which used to be Southwest Africa, which was colonized by the Germans. You have Botswana, which is a different country. You have Mozambique here, it's a different country. Including Swaziland. And this is a country that cannot survive without South Africa because it's right inside of South Africa. So whatever it wants to do, it has to go through South Africa, everything, right? So I have 9 provinces. Okay. This is something very important. And I'm going to talk about myself on the last slides. It's coming up at the end. It's called Coming to America. So I'll talk about myself there. But this is an important place in South Africa. And I don't want you to struggle so much about it. If you say, I think I know this place, it is an important place. Yes.
I think it's the capital.
Oh my God, good job. It is what you have here in in DC, where you have the Capitol or Congress and the White House. This is the one of South Africa. So it's called the Union Building. It's in Pretoria. It's a really wonderful place to walk around. They let you come in. I've walked in here. They let you come in here and look at the garden, and it's a really really good place. I've never been inside the building. It's hard to get inside, but you could see the outside. So good job. It's called the Union Building. I didn't want to put it down there because I was going to ask you questions. So next time I'll write the Union Building, right? So it's mostly like the capital. This will be the city of what? If you think about it, could be the city of Chicago. I'm going to come with you now. I can't. What city is that? Just think about it. I know you've never been to South Africa, but what could it be? That's a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna go right back to the young woman over there. Very close, very, very close. Think another city as big as Cape Town in South Africa. I like that. Think another city as big as Cape Town. Okay, we'll come back. There's a young man over there. Yeah, you didn't have your hand up? Okay. Eden, I haven't spoken with you in a long time.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know, but it is Cairo, Egypt.
It looks like Cairo, Egypt, but I'll help you because a city like this, it could be Cincinnati in the US. So it is just like any other city. I'm going to take 4 more hands, then we move on. I'm going to start here. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to start the trolley opening. Oh my God, so close, so close. German will be, if you maybe remove maybe 4 or 5 skyscrapers later, that will be Durban. That has a little more than Durban. What else? Yeah. Huh? No, don't be laughing. Don't be laughing. We're here to learn, okay? Don't be laughing. There's no dumb answer in here, okay? We're all learning. All learning from each other. What you want to try before? It is actually in South Africa. The city of South Africa. We're already now in South Africa. Okay.
The city of South Africa.
Yeah, but it is mostly like what they call the city of Johannesburg. I don't have the answers in there. Have you ever heard of Johannesburg? Who have heard of Johannesburg? Right? So actually my house where I grew up like 15 miles. Well, maybe 26 miles, not 15. 26 because 26 miles outside of Johannesburg. So I come very close to the city. Okay, somebody said Cape Town right there, wasn't you? And this is Cape Town. What is important about Cape Town if you look at it? Maybe your parents, you've gone to Cape Town or you've done your stuff. What's important about it? Yeah, no? Okay. Oh, okay, I thought you had those up. Okay. Say it loud so that everybody hears it. That's a great answer.
It's near water. Mountains.
Okay, so Cape Town is where the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean meet. You know those oceans, right?
Yeah.
Who says no? You should know that, right? Don't say that in front of your teachers. Because you say no in front of your teachers, they're gonna say, well, we taught you on grade 1. Oh, not just kidding. Maybe you're on grade 6. Okay, right. But what is also important about Cape Town? Who was? Yeah.
There's water, so there's.
It has a lot of gateways in terms of the sea, and actually, one of the things I was supposed to talk about is the economy, right, in South Africa as well. So this is where you get a lot of fishing. Economy, you get a lot of tourism as well. Most Americans, they wouldn't go to South Africa and not go to Cape Town, right? But there's something very important too. Is anyone who knows? Yep. What else is important? Yes. Oh, yeah. You're reminding me, man. That's a good point. You're reminding me that Cape Town is running out of water right now, right? So that's what you reminding me of. Good point. Good point. Yeah. Yeah. What else? Yeah. But they ran out of water. They ran out of water. But what is important in Cape Town? There's this mountain. This mountain is called Table Mountain in Cape Town. You could take a car. You can see the cars in here, but this is called. Forgot the name of this mountain. It's a little mountain. I kind of forget them because in Brazil, the kind of mountain like this is called Sugarloaf. I forgot what that one is called. But this is where you could take a car somewhere from here and it goes up zoom all the way and then you're in there, right? And the restaurants over there, you could actually touch something that looks like a cloud. I don't know if it's a cloud or anything, but it's way up there. So, but you could walk in there, get out your picnic basket, sit down if it's a wonderful weather, but don't get lost because once you get lost, then there's danger. So there are people who are there waiting for tourists who get lost. So you always stay with your guide so that you're always guided because it's a big mountain. So it looks very small in here, but it's really huge. Okay. Any question? Yeah.
Are there any predators up there?
Predators? People who mark other people? Like who take their money? What's a predator?
Predators, like carnivores, like dangerous.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about animals. Yeah, we'll talk about animals.
Are there any
Dangerous man.
No, you won't find them up there. Animals are really at the game reserve. So there's something called Kruger National Park. That's where you're really gonna find them. And even at the Kruger National Park, how to find the animals? You can't just run into animals at any time. So, like for example, if you want to see a lion, you know what's a good time to see a lion? You had an answer. During? Let me have one person say so that I can understand. Yeah.
3 a.m.
Why did you set a time? Well, only p.m. What about 4 a.m.?
3:31.
Well, do you know what the difference between a zoo and a game preserve? Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, quiet down a little bit. A zoo is where, like the San Antonio Zoo, you've been there. So, a zoo live in our habitat. So they live like where the people are, but then they're enclosed so that they can come to us. But the game preserve, we're actually going to where the animals live. So that is why we're going in big jeeps, and we have to have people who know how to work with animals, and they always carry like long rifles. So that have you done it before? Have you ever done it?
Safari?
Safari?
I haven't done one,
But you heard about it?
yes.
Yeah.
I went on a train to
On a train?
Well, like,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Wow,
No. So there's like zoo, and then they have these super big, it's in Minnesota, they have these really big areas. I think there's like wolves in there. And there's a train that goes through the area.
That's the zoo. Those are the kind of big zoos like the one in San Antonio. In Africa?
No. She was talking about America.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, if you have a question, I want to move on because I was just trying to explain that there are a lot of animals and they are in game reserve. And if you want to see big animals, like South Africa has 5 big animals. The lion, the elephant, cheetah.
Giraffe?
Giraffe is not regarded as the big one because The giraffe, and there's the giraffe, and there's really long little neck, right? But they ask the animals that are really small, the ones that if they can catch you, and it's really, really hard. So I could just say, tell you real quick, in order when you go, if you travel with your parents or your teachers decide to take a trip to overseas to have you travel to African countries to see big animals, you either have to go at dusk when the sun sets and then it becomes dark outside. That's when the animals go do what? Hunt. That's when they want to hunt and get their food, and then that's when you see them chasing each other. That's when most of the time they use their nostrils to sniff where the food is, and smaller animals then are running away at that time. So that's the time of the big kings and what would you say a female king? A queen, right? The king and queen of the land, right? So they're all out in there, right? But also, they'll wake you up early in the morning before it gets light out. Also, at that time, you see them finishing up their prey and all that. Sometimes they're eating on something that they catch at night. Then you get to see them. So you'll only see animals when you go only in the reserve. So that's where they're kept. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, so this is a place where I'm going to talk about this now. This is a place where I grew up. This is called the township, right? This is Soweto. I grew up southeast part of Johannesburg, which is not exact. I couldn't find the picture of my own, but they look the same. Townships just look the same like this. So township houses under apartheid, you see how many houses are stuck together here, and they're really small houses? Yeah, this is where I grew up. So this is Soweto. Mine, I'm from Davidson. Yeah, it's southeast part. I just couldn't find the Davidson picture, but really the concept of the township, they're all the same, right? So I grew up here, grew up playing soccer. Who likes to play soccer? Right? Yeah, I used to play soccer a lot on the street. And like all of you here, I listened to my parents. I went to school. You know, my parents would say, take your books, do your homework, listen to your teachers, and go to school. So I did that just as you do in here. And I also ran errands. Can you guess what my errands were when I was growing up? Go to the store is not really, it's a fun errand to me. But what would you think the tough errands that I didn't enjoy so much? My sisters would do that because it was a patriarchy. So girls would get water, but boys would get
And food.
I have ignored you for many times, man. Tell me what it was. Get food? Tell me, I can't hear you. Say no.
Firewood.
Firewood. That's right. So, yeah, I remember that big axe like this. Then I have to go in and, and that's like kid, some of it was so heavy. And then I have to really stop this up and then take it home, and my mom will say, good boy, good boy. Then we know that we have fire, and we're going to be cooking, and we're going to have good food. Do you know what kind of food do we eat? Well, did I eat when I was growing up? I don't want to talk for all Africa, but when I grew up. Yeah, your name is Danica.
Yes.
Yeah, Danica.
Did you guys eat something called arrow?
What is arrow?
Oh, okay, well then. Well, it's like it's sort of like spinach-ish, but it has a lot of like spices in it.
Well, maybe the Indian communities in South Africa had that. Because we're segregated, so you wouldn't know what the Indian people were eating, what the white people were eating. and white people wouldn't know what the black people were eating. So I didn't know what that was. Yeah. I'm gonna pass on you for now, and then go back, and I'll come back. Yeah. Yeah, food, yeah, you can get over the summer. But say you're gonna go for dinner at home. Think about what I would eat growing up as a black boy in the township like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
right?
Rice, I remember eating rice at the end of the lunch. if my parents did, are you okay? Good? Okay. Don't hurt yourself. Right? I remember I'll eat maybe once when we were lucky to have this one. How many more minutes we have? I don't want to start working on this. 4 minutes left?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll tell you, I use on good days, we will go in and buy goat meat. So delicious. Goat meat and something called porridge. Do you know porridge?
I've heard it.
Yeah. So the rice was not every day. So okay, we're gonna move quicker here so that you guys can get to see this. Who's that person? Yeah, Nelson Mandela. So Nelson Mandela just passed away. 2013. Is that right? Did you study the history of South Africa? Or your teacher teaches you that?
The Mandela effect.
Oh, yeah. Who put that nice Mandela mural? You know, the mural is more like a paper painting
Oh,
outside.
that was our lovely Miss Dennis.
Oh, that's great. I love it. That's great. I saw that. I said, that's Mandela. Really nicely done. Thank you so much. Yeah. I have to take a picture of it before I leave. It's okay with you.
Good, absolutely.
Yeah. Really nice. So that's in here. And this really quick is people in South Africa are divided into this. You have a lot of black people, which are 79%. You have people who are called colored, but not like in the US, because in the US, you don't want to call people colored, right? But in South Africa, you have people who are called colored with a U. There's a U in here. It's a kind of people of mixed race. Then you have Indians, and then you have that. This would be somebody like me here at school growing up. We used to wear school uniform. We used to play outside, as you could see. This would be me, it's just that I'm now grown up, so I'm no longer that's right? So this was school. You know, oh, you have a question, yeah?
Yeah, our playground looks more fun than we had.
It's true.
Question, what's the question?
Like, no, your playground just looks more fun than the one we had.
Looks like yours?
No,
The one we had in elementary school.
Ours was not as nice as yours. So this was just another one that look at it. This is all gravel in here. See, this is all gravel in here. Actually, you're lucky if you had shoes. So that's how I grew up, right? So, but this, if you like soccer, we were so lucky in 2010. You know what the World Cup is?
Yes.
So we had that. And you also like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I like it too. Not that I don't like American football. I love American football, although I am not a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I do like American football.
I'm not either.
Okay. Don't kick me up and say, oh, you're not Dallas Cowboys. So this is soccer in South Africa. These were some of the pictures when we played soccer on the street when I was growing up. So this is part of my life growing up. And here now we play with women. So if there are any questions for you to ask me, I'm going to end in here with my favorite player.
Can you speak just a couple words just so they can hear your language?
Okay, right. So when I want to say thank you, in my Zulu language, I would say Ngiyabonga, right? But if there are many of us, if if I'm saying with somebody else as in plural, then we'll say siyabonga. So ngiyabonga, like because I'm just one right now, right? And I could say in Sotho and say ngiyaleboga, right? So thank you, ngiyaleboga. And in Afrikaans, which I learned so much, which is close to German, you'll say dankie. I don't know how you write it in German, but this is in Afrikaans. You'd say dankie, right? And here this is ngiyabonga as a singular enkosi, right? Ngiyathokoza. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And I look forward to coming more. Ask your teacher to invite me. I'll come more. I did enjoy talking with you. Thank you so much. Okay? Be fun in school and work with your teachers until you like school. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a good one. And be good at school. Danica, thank you. Good to see you here. And if you want me to come more, ask your teacher. Thank you so much. Remind me your name again? Patricia, yeah. So good to see you guys. Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks for coming to sing.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to your teacher the 7th grade, and then they can ask the teachers here. And then I can always come in and talk. Always. I love to talk at school. Yeah. And good luck in school, okay? Stay in school. School is the only way to do it.
It's so
Young man,
true, Mr. Bekisizwe.
Mr. Bekisizwe, you got that right. Absolutely. You are really smart kids. So stay in school.
Oh, I will.
And then love your teachers.
I do love them.
Oh,
She's not even my teacher, and I still love her.
awesome. Next time I come here, I hope to see you again in 7th grade.
I hope to see you too. Because really, I don't know if I'm in I feel you. I still
Like your energy.
Oh, yeah, I get the energy.
Oh, wow. These are great kids.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. This is more like exciting than in college, because in college everybody is running about the grade as you teach. Okay, really write it down.
What's the test?
You know what's going to be coming up. So these kids are really, really nice. So thank you so much for inviting me.
So much. Thank you for coming. This was
We
such
appreciate it so much.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the Black History Month, you know.
Right.
It can be any time when you guys want to support each other, talk about the African continent. That's the only contribution I can make is back to America.
No, it's great. It's fantastic.
It's so
Having
cool.
talked to them.
Thanks so much. And I'll pick up my stuff.
Can I help?
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, that's really to close this. That's
Yes, babe.
Alrighty. Technology is fantastic.
Yeah, I love this room. Yeah, you guys have a really, really nice room.
It's really nice.
I like to
to
work. Yeah, Miss Ingram.
Yeah.
Yeah, she took care of me when I came in here. She was like, hey, I take care of you. Well, you say hello to Beth.
I will. We adore her. She's great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You want me to shut this down?
No,
Oh, like this?
we're good.
Yeah. And I can just get my files and then talk to you. So if this was recorded, then Beth will get to see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I hope I wasn't making the kids. I noticed that it's a different way of teaching the kids, because you are with them for all the time, and I'm just with them for now. So different ways how kids can.
Oh, I think it's great.
Yeah.
And I think they enjoyed it.
They
You
did?
could really tell they were like raising their hand and getting into it. And,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was great. Thank you,
Thank
so,
you so much. Yeah.
So we will definitely, if you're willing, we'll definitely
Yeah,
have
I think let me give you my card, but Beth has, you have my email address,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So
We'll put you in our contact.
exactly.
Yeah, so that's
Attention
good.
students, can we have Faith Rio to the front office? Faith Rio to the front office, you're right in here.
Bye-bye.
Good luck with traffic out there.
You going to the traffic?
Well, just the buses and all the kids all at once. So we're gonna hang out in your car.
I have my grading here, so
Oh, okay.
I'll start playing.
Well, yeah, that might take too long.
Outside? Oh, okay. Oh.
Bye. Are we?
I don't know, I was just wondering about that.
Yeah. Why
What did you guys try to do in the library? Anybody has speakers?
we have to move our desks around, Lego robotics. And I wanted to have the kids help us, but then the bell rang and talking. You too, darling. Bye. No idea what you just said.
Did I probably read more than half of the book? But not here, like, in intermediate.
Like 16 chairs, we need these tables.
Do it. And I took the ones off the front of there, so I think this should be fine.
So it's up in class. Here's class. Dang. We're reading a book. And I feel like until we finish it, we're not going to stop.